Okay, so let's go to the next question. This one you kind of touched on. What are 3 books that have inspired you or you like? You mentioned Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Could you name
Yeah.
2 other books?
Let me look at my Audible list, but I like a few things. I rarely read fiction. Like I love it, but it feels like I'm wasting time. It's like watching Netflix. I'm reading. It's nice. It's fun. It's easy, but I'm not getting a lot. So I like nonfiction. I love biographies, and I read a lot of them. I liked, the Snowball from about the early days of Berkshire Hathaway. Um, I love what Ben Horowitz writes a lot. The hard thing about hard things by Ben Horowitz is probably the best management book I've ever read, and I read it, 2 or 3 years ago when I had some experience in management. What Audible is great for me. I love reading, but when I drive or when I run, I love Audible. So the nice things that I listened to recently is Algorithms to Live By. It's quite an amazing book.
What's it called?
Taking Algorithms to Live By.
To Live By, okay, yeah. Heard of
It takes about 12 algorithms and from computer science and brings them to real life and how you actually use both. And it's quite an amazing, it's an eye-opening book. Everything that Nissim Taleb writes, from the Black Swan onwards. I recently listened to Anti-Fragile, an amazing book. I recommend it a lot. It's not easy, but it's amazing. Take your time when you listen to it. I love it. Yeah, and when I was younger, I used to read a lot of Buddhist books. I'm translating it from Hebrew. The book of Living and Dying, the Tibetan book of Living and Dying. It influenced me a lot. Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. It's not a Buddhist book per se, but it's quite an interesting book. But I read a lot, actually.
All right, great list.